What if you did a Hardcore Nuzlocke challenge on every single Pokemon game in a row, but you didn't get any new encounters after the first game? That means when starting in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, the Pokemon you capture don't just matter for that specific run, but instead they become all you have for Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Emerald, Platinum, Black and White, X and Y, and if it's even possible, Ultra Sun and Moon. This turns the Hardcore Nuzlocke experience into what is effectively a resource management game, with arguably the weakest and most power-crept cast of Pokemon there are. How you manage your dwindling box of Pokemon throughout the generations will be all about planning for the future. You could be in the middle of Heart Gold and need a new Pokemon for Whitney, but that same Pokemon you're thinking might be perfect for Whitney might be imperative for Norman in Emerald. And once a Pokemon is used, it can't be used in a future game. How far could you realistically go? Could you start a Hardcore Nuzlocke in Pokemon Leaf Green and actually make it to and beat the hardest Pokemon game of all time, Ultra Sun and Moon? That's what I'm gonna try and find out. I'm gonna be doing a Hardcore Wedlocke challenge of every mainline game in a row, starting with Pokemon Leaf Green. And any Pokemon still in the PC at the end of that adventure will then be transferred to the next game, so on and so forth. These Pokemon will be set to level 5 at the start of a new leg, and fully de-evolve, so everything is ready to use should they need to be. To give myself the best chance of succeeding, I need to beat Pokemon Leaf Green using as few Pokemon as possible. This is further complicated by the Wedlocke challenge. In a normal Nuzlocke, if you don't want to use a Pokemon encounter, you can put it in the PC for later. But you aren't allowed to do that in a Wedlocke challenge, at least at the start. Once a Pokemon is captured, if there is room on your team, it must stay on your team until you either win the run or it dies. Thankfully, this is alleviated somewhat by the core of what makes a Wedlocke challenge what it is, and that's the gender clause. At the start of the game, an encounter is ineligible if it does not pair with your longest standing unpaired Pokemon. And that Pokemon, in this case, would be our starter, a male Bulbasaur I named Jungle, after Jungle Pocket. I'll be naming all of my Pokemon after Umas from the Uma Musume franchise, including our trainer, who I named Tazuna. What this means, in our case, is any Pokemon that is not female does not count for our encounter until our Bulbasaur is paired. Meaning to reach Brock, I simply need to not see any female Pokemon, or I'll be stuck with a Pidgey, Rattata, Caterpie, or Weedle on my team. And I can't simply just knock out any undesirable encounters to avoid them, as those are valuable Pokemon I'll likely need to use in the future. While those Pokemon aren't necessarily unusable, they would be much better to save for later when I have a specific plan in mind for them. I need an original 6 that in theory can beat Leaf Green without any casualties. Luckily, I was able to make it to Pewter City completely avoiding women, and immediately took on our first gym challenge against Brock, which of course is completely trivialized with Vine Whip. This unlocks the ability to buy Repel from the Pokemart, meaning I can safely make it to each location I want to try for an encounter in. To clarify, in a Wedlocke challenge, my team always needs to consist of 3 male Pokemon and 3 female Pokemon, forming 3 pairs. In a normal Nuzlocke challenge, during a battle, you can freely switch between any of the Pokemon in your party. But in a Wedlocke challenge, you can only swap to the active Pokemon's partner, until the battle's finished, or worse, they're both dead. Because of this heavy restriction, a Hardcore Wedlocke isn't played on set, since you can switch to only one Pokemon anyways. So I am essentially aiming for 3 pairings of 2 that are capable of taking down everything the game has to offer. It's quite complicated. And here's where I take my first gamble. The Pokemon I want to pair with our Bulbasaur, Jungle Pocket, is a Gyarados. Water and grass complement each other very well, and Gyarados having Intimidate, paired with Bulbasaur's Leech Seed and Sleep Powder, makes for a really powerful combination. I purchased a Magikarp from the Pokemon Center outside of Mount Moon, and thankfully, it is female, making this our first pairing. I named this Magikarp Duramente. From here, using the Repel we can now buy, I safely head all the way back to Viridian City, and head west onto Route 22. This is yet another risk, but a calculated one. I would be happy with either Spearow or Mankey, which together is more likely than getting Rattata. And sure enough, I get a female Mankey, which I name Bakshin, after Sakura Bakshino, a character who is known to recklessly rush into any situation. Very fitting for a Mankey. While I'm here, I make sure to fight our rival for the second time. I am required to fight every possible battle no further than one gym apart from when they first appear, meaning I have to fight him now. With half of our team assembled, I cautiously make our way through Mount Moon, keeping Jungle Pocket from evolving so he can learn Razor Leaf before Misty at level 20, since the level limit is 21, and he evolves not long after reaching Cerulean City, into Ivysaur. But before we take on Misty, I want to get a partner for Bakshin, our Mankey. Just like west of Viridian, the route west of Cerulean is statistically likely to give me something I want. In this case, I get a female Spearow, who I name Seun, after Seun Sky. And since Jungle Pocket is already at the level limit, I decide it's time for our second gym challenge, versus Misty. Having Razor Leaf almost cost me, actually, since it does have that pesky chance to miss. But luckily, we get through Misty alive. Dangerously close to death, but alive. Jungle Pocket deserves a bit of a break, and a functioning partner. So I train up Seun Sky and Bakshin west of Cerulean, and regrettably decide to let Seun Sky evolve into Fearow now. I could have waited to get Aerial Ace over Peck, but I feel like I needed Fearow for our next rival battle. I'm pretty nervous. This is a scary rival battle for sure. Yo, Tazuna! You're still struggling all the way back here? I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me see what you've caught. Alright, time for our third rival battle, but really it's the first rival battle that actually means anything. Versus Rival Kyo here in Cerulean City in the Kanto region. First up is a Pidgeotto, so I have to match his strong bird, or relatively strong. Somewhat, better than Spearow anyways, with Seun Sky, our newly evolved Fearow. That's why I evolved him. I just didn't feel comfortable 1v1ing as a Spearow, even at level 20. I just want to be better safe rather than sorry. So, hopefully, the fact that we only have Peck is going to be enough. I'm going to start with a Leer, though, because I'm definitely not going to two-shot it with Peck, and any assistance I can have here will be more than appreciated. Yeah, Gust doesn't do a whole lot. That would have done quite a bit as a Spearow. Yeah, now we'll two-shot. This should be a pretty clean fight, because this is the only Pokemon, hopefully, that I'm going to need Seun Sky for. And next up's Rattata. Okay, that's perfect. The best time for Seun Sky's partner, Bakshin, to come on out and show us what she's made of. Alright, Rattata. I have knocked out many a Rattata on the route west of Cerulean with Bakshin. We'll take a little chip damage with the quick attack, which is unfortunate, of course, but Karate Chop is more than enough, of course, to take out Rattata. And next up's Abra, so it only has Teleport. It's really just who do I want the experience on? Who's closer to leveling up? Because whoever's further away is who I'd... Yeah, so we'll just stay in with Bakshin. Honestly, I probably should have switched just so I can split the experience. If it lives a Karate Chop, I'll do so. I don't think it will. Yeah. Oh, it does! Okay! Yeah, it's just gonna use Teleport. It has no moves. Thankfully, they didn't give it a hidden power, otherwise it would have been a little bit of a threat. Although I probably would have just one-shot it with Fury Attack if I was really concerned. But I'll switch to split the experience, since we really are pushing the level limit, only having 4 Pokemon at this stage. And next up is his ace. It's his starter. It's still a Charmander, thankfully, not a Charmeleon. And hopefully, because of that fact, Bakshin will be perfectly capable of taking it on, even though we have taken some damage. Hit it with a Karate Chop, Bakshin. Not... Ooh. Oh, Blaze! Oh, God! Okay. I didn't think about it. I should have scratched first. That is completely my bad. I definitely should have scratched first. Thankfully, it didn't crit. I would have been paying the price for that. That's it for Kyo. Holy crap, I definitely should have scratched first. That's on me. I was tunnel vision. Finally allowed to leave Cerulean City, I make a quick stop at the daycare to finally evolve our Magikarp Duramente into Gyarados, giving Jungle Pocket some much-needed assistance in battle. With a nice squad all capable of fighting, I clear out every single trainer in the SS Anne, because I have to, or they won't be there anymore after I get cut, and have one more rival battle before I can finally fill out my team. Alright. Bonjour, Tazuna. Imagine seeing you here, Tazuna. Were you really invited? How's your Pokedex coming along? I already caught 40 different kinds. Well, I've caught 4. I'm trying to avoid them for now. I'm trying to build a team that can handle you and all the other goons in this region. Yeah, there are a lot of different kinds, and I have been trying my best to avoid them. Alright, time for our 4th rival battle here in the SS Anne in the Kanto region. It's Rival Kyo once again, and first up is Pidgeotto, just like last time. But this time, Duramente is a Gyarados and is ready to fight. Alright, that Intimidate will help a little bit if it does use Gust. I'm hoping I can just use Bite and flinch it and not take any damage. Oh, Sand Attack. I forgot. I forgot. Alright, we're going to hit with Water Pulse, which is nice. Maybe get a Confusion off. Nah, not quite. It would have been 3 for 3 on the Confusions, I'm pretty sure. Can we hit one more time? Just one more time. Okay, nice. I want to see Eradicate next, because I'd like to get rid of the Sand Attack, and I'm going to stay in against Kadabra. Okay, Eradicate is next, and who better to fight Eradicate than Jungle Pocket? The only reason I'm doing it like this is because, why not? It keeps Duramente a little healthier, and I'm sure Jungle Pocket can handle Eradicate just fine with a Razor Leaf. Maybe 2 Razor Leafs. 1 if we crit. Unlucky. And it goes for Tail Whip, which could be very bad if it crits me with Hyper Fang, but as long as we hit the Razor Leaf, that won't be a problem. See you later, Eradicate. And next up is Kadabra. So I don't know if it has a Psychic move. It probably does. Just safer to do it with Duramente. And obviously, since his ace is going to be Charmeleon, the rest of this fight hinges on Duramente here. We're going to Intimidate Kadabra, which might be one of the most useless things anybody could ever do. And Bite is not quite enough, unfortunate. And it uses Kinesis. That's fucking fantastic. It's basically Sand Attack. Hit. Nice. Okay. We're going to be stuck with that Kinesis because I'm not going to switch out. Yeah, I'll be fine. Duramente hits level 24, which is the level limit, but I won't hit 25 from just the Charmeleon. So, I mean, I risk getting burned if I burn or Sand Attack. You know what? Burn is less threatening to me than the Sand Attack, so I am going to switch back into Jungle Pocket. It gets rid of the Kinesis. I'll even be able to Intimidate Charmeleon as well if it happens to be using physical moves, but I'm fully expecting it just to use Ember. Yeah, come on back, Jungle Pocket. That's all I needed you for. Let's go back out, Duramente. Intimidate this Charmeleon, and now your accuracy is A-okay, and it is going to use Ember. Am I going to be burned? Am I punished? No. Okay, perfect. Water Pulse. And yeah, oh, it's going to put it into Blaze, but oh no. Blaze, Ember on my Gyarados. Whatever will one do? That's it for our rival Kyo. And I finally have access to the HM for cut. With the HM for cut obtained, we can head east of Cerulean onto Route 9, where for some reason, I was mistaken. So the great thing about this route is I'm guaranteed to get a Sandshrew here, which once I catch it, I can explain what's so good about that. There he is, right away. This is the reason I wanted to play Pokemon Leaf Green, because otherwise I'd get an Ekans here, which is just, you know, terrible. So I can, in fact, also find Rattata here. Thankfully, I was not punished, and I get a female Sandshrew, who I name El Condor Pasa. And for El Condor Pasa's partner, I was not mistaken this time. East of Vermilion City on Route 11, I can only find Sandshrew and Spearow, which I already have, and Drowsy. Catching a male Drowsy, who I named Tosho, after Sweep Tosho. Fully locking in my original 6. These are the 6 Pokemon I have to beat Leaf Green with. These are the 6 that I wanted. Let's see if they'll start this saga off as strongly as possible. Now that we've finally assembled our original 6, I can finally catch some Pokemon now that they will go directly to the PC. And since I want to go all the way back to the start of the Kanto region so I can clean up all the fights that I had to avoid to get to this point, why not start with the Diglett's Cave? I catch a female Diglett that I name Fine, after Fine Motion, because I figure, you know what, Diglett, Dugtrio, they're speedy, they got some fine motion to them. And then all the way back on Route 1, I catch a female Rattata that I name Manhattan, because rats, baby, after Manhattan Cafe. Up on Route 2, I catch a female Pidgey that I name Messiah, after Air Messiah. Who knows, maybe this Pidgey will one day be a god of the skies. On Route 3, I catch a female Nidoran, and is there any better name for this than McQueen, after Majiro McQueen? No, there's not. This is perfect. In Mount Moon, I catch a male Paris that I name Happy Meek. On Route 24, I catch a female Weedle that I name Striker, after Dicta Striker from the anime. And on Route 25, I run into an Abra, which definitely scared me because, I don't want to waste any encounters, and if it teleports away, I would not get it. But luckily, I did catch this male Abra, and I name it Tachyon, after Agnes Tachyon, who is portrayed as, kind of a genius, and so is Alakazam. On Route 5, I catch a female Meowth, which I name Minnie, after Minnie the Lady. Just seems like a good name for a cat. And on Route 6, I can only get one thing. In this case, it's a female Bellsprout that I name Nishino, after Nishino Flower. And while I was working my way back through catching all these Pokemon, I also made sure to fight every single trainer that I did avoid up to this point, which was perfect for training up our newly caught El Condor Pasa and Sweep Tosho. And in doing so, El Condor Pasa evolved into Sandslash. And now, it feels like we have an actual full team all ready to take on any battles should they need to. And there's one that our brand new pair of El Condor Pasa and Sweep Tosho need to take on. And that's our third gym challenge versus Lieutenant Surge. Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You won't live long in combat, not with your puny power. I tell you kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war. They zapped my enemies into paralysis. The same as I'll do to you. Alright, time for our third gym challenge in this crazy saga here in the Kanto region versus Lieutenant Surge of Vermilion City. Alright, first up is Voltorb, and this is the first fight where we have a full team of 6. And I need our newest addition, El Condor Pasa, to take the field. Alright, I'm definitely not outspeeding a Voltorb, and it's only going to go for tackle. That is very nice to see. Dig, El Condor Pasa. Yeah, Screech would have not been pleasant. Thank you for using tackle. And Dig is most certainly going to wipe this thing off the field. Nice work, El Condor Pasa. And next up's Pikachu. Okay, I'm actually going to let Tosho do this one. Come on back, El Condor Pasa. Let's go Sweep Tosho. Alright, Pikachu. It is much lower level than the rest of his team, and there's no reason Tosho can't do this. There's a reason Tosho can't do this. Okay, well, let's hope that does not cause problems. Headbutt. Oh yeah, 2 critical hits in a row. They call me a hacker. I'm cheating. It's just free. Come on back, Sweep Tosho. Once again, I need your help, El Condor Pasa. Let's do this. And here comes his ace. It's Raichu, level 24 electric type. And as long as we don't get unlucky with double team, this fight should be as good as done. Take to the ground, buddy. All I need is 1 dig to hit. Things can go wrong really quickly. We got 2 critical hits in a row. It's not hard for this to turn around really fast. Double team can make things ridiculous. Please. Aw, shit, brother. Not like this. I mean, it's not doing anything to me, at least. Like, the damage is really, really not there. Dig. Yes! And that's it for Surge. Nice work. Alright, yeah, it's pretty safe having a Sandslash. That's 3 gyms down. And with the Thunder Badge obtained, it's time to finally head east of Cerulean City and make our way through the Rock Tunnel. But before we do that, we've got some new trainers to fight and some new Pokemon to catch. Starting with Route 10, we catch a Voltorb, who I named Turbo because, very fast Pokemon, after Twin Turbo. And in the Rock Tunnel, I get a male Machop that I name Akebono after Hishi Akebono. because she's, compared to the other Uma Musume, pretty big, and Machamp is quite swole himself. And it took Sweep Tosho just a little bit longer after El Condor Pasa, but he too gets to evolve into Hypno. Making it through the other side of the rock tunnel, we reach Lavender Town, and immediately head west, running into a female Vulpix on Route 8, which I named Scarlet, after Daiwa Scarlet. And taking the underground tunnel, we reach Celadon City, and I immediately head up and grab our gift Eevee. In this case, it's a male Eevee, who I named Teo, after Tokai Teo, one of my favorite characters in the whole franchise, and also, kind of the franchise's equivalent to Eevee in a way. Eevee's such a massive fan favorite, and Tokai Teo is as well. From here, I make sure to clear out every single trainer possible outside of the Pokemon Tower, that is, leading up to Erica, including all of the Team Rocket hideout in the game corner. And Baksheen evolves into Primeape during that time. And for some reason, after clearing out the Rocket hideout, I decided I don't need to be at the level limit. I'm just gonna fight Giovanni right here and now. I might be fucking crazy, but just so I don't have to come back, I'm not gonna break the level limit. Let's fight Giovanni now. I feel like they'll do it just fine. So, I must say, I am impressed that you got here. Team Rocket captures Pokemon from all around the world. They're important tools for keeping our criminal enterprise growing. I'm the leader, Giovanni. For your insolence, you will feel a world of pain. Alright, time for our first fight against Team Rocket boss Giovanni. Alright, here under the game corner in Celadon City. And first up is Onix, that's what I thought. I think he has Onix and Rhyhorn, and then obviously he's got Kangaskhan at this point. Jungle Pocket should be able to make very quick work of both Onix and Rhyhorn as long as Razor Leaf lands. Yeah, that's it for Onix. Perfect. That'll get Jungle Pocket to the level limit of 29, beating these two. And hopefully, from fighting Kangaskhan, Duramente will get there as well. Alright, here comes Rhyhorn, level 24. Yeah, we are perfectly capable of doing this right now. Why bother coming back later? Level 29, let's go. Only one more teammate until everybody's at the level limit for Erica. And his final Pokemon, his ace, Kangaskhan, which obviously we're going to switch into Duramente for, and get a little Intimidate off. It should make Kangaskhan pretty free. I am going to start with a Secret Power just to gauge what it does. Ooh, here it comes. Holy fuck. Not good. It was a crit. If it doesn't crit me again, I'll probably take another one. I have to switch. Alright, come on back, Duramente. I'm glad I gave the Citrus Berry. Let's go, Jungle Pocket. It has a high chance to miss, and it's intimidated. Okay. Now it's tail whipping me. Okay, we don't like that. Jungle Pocket, you have got to land the Sleep Powder. Okay, good. Holy shit. The question is... Yeah, we Leech Seed. Okay. We get another Intimidate off, and hopefully it stays asleep. Oh, God. Crit kills. It does persist. Okay. Oh, that's the whole reason I used it. Yeah, I'm not in a good position here. I'm not faster than it. I just have to continuously... Oh, it's using Bite now. Okay. We're fine. Dragon Rage. It shouldn't be using Mega Punch anymore thanks to the Intimidate. Yeah, that was risky. I feel like I should switch. A crit Mega Punch just kills both of them. It doesn't matter. Okay, we're good. A little sketchy. Definitely a little sketchy. But I played it to the best of my abilities. That's it for the first fight against Giovanni. And with that very close call with Giovanni taken care of, it's time for our fourth gym challenge. I hope I made the correct choice in pair, that's for sure. Hello, lovely weather, isn't it? It's so pleasant. Oh dear, I must have dozed off. Welcome. My name's Erica. I'm the leader of the Celadon City Gym. I'm a student of the art of flower arranging. My Pokemon are solely of the grass type. Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea you wished to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose. Alright, time for our 4th gym challenge in this crazy saga in the Kanto region, in Celadon City, versus Erica, the grass-type gym leader. Alright, first up is her victory bell, and I made the decision to have Seon take to the skies here with her partner. Alright, it is all on Seon and Bakshin, so obviously I could have used Sweep Tosho with Psychic. The problem is, if something happens and Tosho can't do it, El Condor Pasa is just dead in the water in this gym. If push comes to shove, I think Bakshin can do something. But hopefully, that won't need to be the case. Seon, take to the skies right now. Let's go. And it's going for Stun Spore. That's perfectly fine with me. Come on down with Fly. And it's not enough. I didn't think it would be. And Stun Spore misses. That could be the thing I needed to turn in my favor in this fight. That's huge. Alright. Ooh, she's healing again. Maybe not. Ah, that's the problem with Fly. I didn't get anything out of that. She benefited from that healing. And now she's gonna hit. Yeah. Okay. Well, I still got a little bit of something, because this is gonna be cured thanks to Seon Sky's Lumberry. But I don't have that berry anymore for any of her other Pokemon. I should have used Secret Power. That was a mistake. I will now, though. Secret Power, Seon. And that's it for Victory Bell. Okay. And yeah, he's really close to level 30. I fought basically everybody I could at this point. It just ended up happening. I did not do it to metagame. But the level limit only applies until the battle starts anyways. And next up's Tangela. So I feel like I should do this with Bakshin, just to preserve as much HP on Seon Sky as possible. It's got a lot of physical defense, and none of their moves are special other than, what, Pursuit? I'm not going to use Pursuit. Yeah, I brought Seon Sky for a reason, so I could tag team with Bakshin. Let's do it. Alright, next up's Tangela. Only level 24 in this gym, and it is female, so I can't use Attract. I taught Attract thinking Bakshin was male, for some reason. And I was like, I don't know, I figure all of Erica's Pokemon are going to be female, but you never know. Yeah, let's just hit it with a Brick Break. It's not going to do a whole lot. It's probably going to take at least 3. No, it's going to take, oh, well, yeah, now it'll take 3 because of Giga Drain. That's the other reason I wanted to use these two, is, well, maybe not, actually. That's the other reason is Seon Sky resists Grass-type moves, whereas Sweep Tosho does not. Brick Break, Bakshin! Is that enough? It is! Nice work, Bakshin! Let's go! Alright, next up is her final Pokemon, her semi-ace, because it's the same level as Victory Bell. Come on back, Bakshin. Once again, take to the sky, Seon. Let's do it. Alright, yeah, I have to hit Fly here. Like, it's going to try to put me to sleep or something stupid. Alright, it's going to try to paralyze me. That's better than the former. Fly. Stun Spore? Okay. I'll take it. It could be a whole hell of a lot worse, I'll tell you that. I think it has Sleep Powder. Fly is pretty risky since I'm paralyzed. I'm gonna try to go for the KO, as Acid comes his way. Not very much. And I Secret Power Seon Sky, and that's it for Erica. Let's go! Oh, yeah! They did it brilliantly. That's 4 gyms down. With the Rainbow Badge obtained, it's time to finally make our way back to Lavender Town and enter the Pokemon Tower, where our rival is waiting for us once again. Hey Tazuna, what brings you here? Is your Pokemon dead? I just made that joke. No, they're not, thankfully. I really hope that it stays that way. And if it's up to him, it's not going to. Alright, it's time for our 5th rival battle here in the Pokemon Tower of Lavender Town versus rival Kyo. And first up is his Pidgeotto. So I am much higher level, but not that much actually, because I fought Erica first. I kind of had to because how tight the level limit is. So we're jumping into this right away. And we're doing it with Duramente and Jungle Pocket, which scares me, but I think they are my best bet. It's scary until Jungle Pocket gets better moves and is a Venusaur, because right now Ivysaur is obviously not that great. I want to get rid of this Pidgeotto as quickly as possible. Secret Power. And we are faster. How much am I going to do to it? Over half. I hate Sand Attack. Okay, and it's going for Quick Attack now. Okay, we did hit, thankfully. Okay, that's it for Pidgeotto. Okay. Gyarados works. I don't really know what it's going to have, but it doesn't get Ice Fang in this game, obviously, because it does not exist yet, so Jungle Pocket should hopefully be able to 1v1. It'll be a little bit of a war of attrition here, but it is only level 22. It probably only has Tackle and Bite, and it's using, it has Intimidate, which isn't a problem for me. We're going to use Sleep Powder and hopefully just whittle it down slowly with Razor Leaf and Giga Drain. I'll probably use Razor Leaf while I'm not damaged, just because the chance for critting is higher. Could also miss, I guess, but yeah, we're doing a decent amount of damage. I think this is perfectly fine. Give me a crit, come on. Okay, now would be the perfect time to crit, because it would just knock it out. Nah, not quite. Alright, it's gonna wake up. Oh, Thrash! Fuck, I didn't even think about Thrash. Okay. Giga Drain, get rid of this thing. We took a little bit of damage, but that's fine, since I don't think I'm going to use Jungle Pocket for anything else in this fight. So, maybe if it's Execute next, I'll stay? And do what? Use Cut? Yeah, I'll switch. Alright, Jungle Pocket, come back. Let's go Duramente. Alright, this is definitely going to be a little bit tight. I have 3 Pokemon to get through still with just Duramente, so hopefully I can get a little lucky with Secret Power here. Nice, we did! Paralyzed it. Come on, nothing. Nice! Good work, Duramente, my legend! Secret Power, take this Execute out of here. Nice! Okay, I have no idea what that thing has. If it has Stun Spore or something, this could have gone really, really poorly. Alright, next up's Kadabra. Thunder Punch would be scary, but this is Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green we're talking about. And it's a Kadabra, and it's getting hit with a physical move from a Gyarados. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. And his final Pokemon is his ace. It's Charmeleon, of course. And I'm not really worried about Blaze, so I'm just going to hit it with Water Pulse. Blaze is not a threat when I'm a Gyarados, so I didn't even put it into Blaze, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Burn me. I don't care. See what I can. That went as clean as I could have ever hoped. That was beautiful. After taking down our rival, we head further up the Pokemon Tower and catch a male Ghastly, who I named Dodo, after Maisho Dodo. I make sure to clear through all of the Pokemon Tower, and I get the Pokemon Flute, which I immediately take west of Celadon City, and awaken the Snorlax, which is my encounter for Route 16. Definitely the scariest capture thus far. I go ahead and name this Snorlax after one of my favorite characters. Special week, I named Snorlax Spay-chan. And then taking a little peek into the cycling road on Route 17, I catch a female Doduo, named Vodka, because Vodka is really, like, brash and is always fighting with Scarlet, and I can just kind of picture the Doduo and Dodrio heads kind of fighting with each other. And then instead of taking on the cycling road right now, I take the eastern route towards Fuchsia, and during that time, Jungle Pocket evolves into Venusaur, making our entire team fully evolved. And down on Route 12, I catch a male Venonat, who I name Gold City, because I'm picturing, like, the moths and the gnats and insects and stuff, like, kind of swarming around the lights in a bright and shining city. And over on this pathway down to Fuchsia, we get the Super Rod, which I immediately take on a little detour all around different areas now that we have Fly, catching a ton of Pokemon with it. Starting in Pallet Town, I get a Staryu, who I name Bourbon, after Mihono Bourbon, because I'm picturing, like, the robotic stuff on her, like, flashing, kind of like Staryu's eye. In Viridian City, I catch a male Poliwag, who I name Belno, after Belno Light from the Cinderella Grey anime. I absolutely love her character, she's really fun, and I like Poliwag. In Vermilion City, I catch a male Horsey, who I name Rice, after Rice Shower. I had to name a water Pokemon Rice Shower, like, showers in the name. Continuing down south of Route 12 onto Route 13, I catch a Ditto, who I named Transcend. I didn't even know this Uma Musume existed, but it sounds like a really good name for a Ditto. If I ever am forced to use it, that is. Once we reach Fuchsia City, I grab the Good Rod, which is kind of strange because you get the Good Rod after the Super Rod unless you do Cycling Road first. I don't know, I feel like their positions should have been swapped. But in Fuchsia City, I fish up a Goldeen, a female Goldeen, who I name King Halo. I've had this name picked out from the very beginning. Obviously, I was going to name a Goldeen or Sea King after King Halo. And then south of Fuchsia, on Route 19, I catch a female Krabby, who I name after my favorite Uma Musume, at least not counting the anime, even though she's in the anime. I name this Krabby Creek, after Super Creek. In preparation for our 5th gym battle, I make sure to clear out every single trainer to the west of Fuchsia City on Cycling Road, and to the east, and every single battle in Saffron City, including the Sylph Company. And also in Saffron City is the Fighting Dojo, and I receive a male Hitmonlee, which I name Obey, after Obey Your Master. It doesn't really matter which one I choose here, because should this Pokemon make it to any future legs of this challenge, it will always be a Tyrogue from here on out, so I'll get to choose whatever I want to evolve it into, should I use it in the future. And now that everything's been taken care of, it's time for our 5th gym challenge. Here's hoping for the best. Ha 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 ha. A mere child like you dares to challenge me? The very idea makes me shiver with mirth. Very well, I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. Poison brings steady doom. Sleep renders foes helpless. Despair to the creeping horror of the poison-type Pokemon. Alright, time for our 5th gym challenge in this insane saga. While we're still here in the Kanto region. In Fuchsia City versus Koga, the poison-type gym leader. And first up is Coughing, level 37. Let's go for it, Tosho. Sweep Tosho, I'm hoping that you can pretty much sweep this gym. And you have had plenty of experience with Coughing. I got rid of Flash, thinking I might teach something else, and I opted against it. The only thing we need in this gym is Psychic. And that's it for Coughing. Yes, just like I thought, you've had plenty of practice. I just don't want to see Muck yet. And that's what's coming my way next. So, there's a couple of ways this can go. I can go for Hypnosis, hit, and then I win the game. That's it. But do I want to take the risk in using Hypnosis and have it not land? If that happens, I'm in big trouble. Because Tosho's holding the leftovers, not a Pecha Berry. And if it goes for Toxic or worse, Minimize, things could get out of hand very fast. Whereas on the other side of the coin, El Condor Pasa does have a Pecha Berry. But I have to use Dig. Using Dig gives it so many opportunities to not only use Minimize, but to set up Acid Armor as well. And if it gets up an Acid Armor while I'm underground, the more I'm talking about it right now, I cannot send El Condor Pasa in. That is backup. Sweep Tosho needs to sweep this gym. Here comes Muck. We have an adamant nature. I don't want to go for Hypnosis. I need to lay on the damage. Psychic! Yes! A crit! No way! That actually mattered. There's no way I would one-shot that Muck otherwise. Let's go Tosho! Nice! Oh my god. This gym has been solved. One critical hit, placed at the perfect moment, and that's it for Koga. I hope. It should be. This other Coughing is just like the first, the same verse, it is done. But his ace is going to be higher level than us. And even though it is a Weezing and they do have very poor special defense, you never know what might happen. Here it is. It's his ace. It's Weezing, level 43. Psychic. And Sweep Tosho lived up to his name. Not quite. Almost. I got ahead of myself. Yeah, smokescreen. Yeah, okay. Things could go bad here. He's going to heal, so I'm just gonna hope I hit. Sweep Tosho, show me that you could have done it. Get a higher range this time. Oh no. Oh no! I spoke too soon. Okay, what's the likelihood? No, don't speak. Don't speak words. Don't speak words. Don't speak words. No more speaking. You hit Psychic now. You hit Psychic now. Thank you. Give me the higher range. That's it for Koga. You had to make me sweat a little bit. I got a little cocky. I got a little too cocky for my own good. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I have proven my worth. Thank you for the soul badge. I don't really get to take my foot off the gas even for a second after Koga, because since everything else has already been done, it's straight back to the Sylph Company for our next rival battle. What kept you, Tazuna? Haha, I thought you'd turn up if I waited here. I guess Team Rocket slowed you down. Not that I care. I saw you in Saffron, so I decided I had to see if you got any better. Time for our 6th rival battle versus rival Kyo here in the Sylph Co. in Saffron City. And he's pretty scary now. His Pokemon are evolved. Well, most of them. He leads with Pidgeot, level 37, and I'm gonna lead with Duramente, just like I did in the Pokemon Tower. I don't really even know what my best option here is. Like, what's your special attack even like? Okay. Secret power it is. Secret power it is. Paralyzed? Can I get some big boy luck? No. That's what I was worried about. Feather Dance. So, last time in the Pokemon Tower, after I took out Pidgeotto, it was Gyarados next. So, that's fine. I can get rid of the Feather Dance after I knock out Pidgeot. I mean, that did pretty good damage. And then Wing Attack. Yeah, that's not doing anything. What are we worried about? Duramente is the GOAT. Like, I'm gonna end this fight with Pidgeot, like, pretty much at full health, thanks to the leftovers, which is really good. Alright, that's it for Pidgeot. Gyarados, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Come on back, Duramente. This time, Jungle Pocket's a Venusaur, so it should go a lot smoother than it did last time, even though it went really well. So, we'll get Intimidated. Does not really matter. I'll probably just be using Razor Leaf or Giga Drain anyways, but we're going to start with a Sleep Powder. And we do land. Nice work, Jungle Pocket. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good. It's going pretty well so far. Yeah, let's start with Razor Leaf. I know it has a chance to miss, but it also has a higher crit rate, and I like that. Nope, it's going to wake up right away. Oh. Dragon Rage is spooky. It's spooky. It's pretty spooky. Yeah, we Sleep Powder. Alright, we hit. Good. I was worried I'd miss and it would rack up more damage, but it's fine. I can Giga Drain a couple of times. Hopefully it stays asleep longer this time. And we should be able to end at high HP thanks to also having the leftovers on Jungle Pocket, because I wanted to come here as prepared as possible. So Giga Drain, leftovers on Duramente. Like, I am not making any mistakes in this fight. I can't afford to. So I don't quite take it out here with the Giga Drain. So I am going to Razor Leaf just because I am full HP and I have a chance to crit here and just finish the Gyarados off right here and now. Nice! That's exactly what I wanted to see. Great work, Jungle. Let's go. Alright. Execute? Yeah, it is Execute. I mean, it would be worse for Duramente to take damage and get put to sleep, so I know I'm weak to Psychic, but I can't expect... I really can't, assume that Execute has much in the way that it can do to threaten Jungle Pocket, let's be honest. It's just an Execute right now, and it will stay that way until the champion battle, I think, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I know we're intimidated, but how is Strength looking? Not great, but this can go a little slow. I'm fine with that. I want Duramente as strong as possible. Okay. Yeah, see, we don't want that on Duramente. That would be very bad. Jungle Pocket can soak up hopefully, can soak up as many confusions as we need him to and take this Execute out. Yeah, it would have been very, very, very bad if Duramente got paralyzed, because I don't have a Cherry Berry on. I just need to hit through one more time, Jungle Pocket. Just one more time through Paralysis, and we are out of here, buddy. Okay. So it's not going to use Stun Spore again, so theoretically, I could just switch into Duramente right now, and it probably would be fine. But I could get confused with Confusion, so I'll only do that if Jungle Pocket gets confused. Nice, we hit through. Wonderful work, Jungle Pocket. You've done all I need you to do here. I'm very proud of you. And next up is Alakazam. Okay, hopefully Duramente still outspeeds Alakazam. I hadn't thought about that, actually. A little concerning. It's level 35, though, so it's not as bad as it could be. I just want... Oh, the Leftovers works on entry, which is really nice. So, yeah, we're going to be full HP for the remaining 2 Pokemon. Well, pretty much. Yeah, Secret Power away. Will it still do it? Dude. That's fine, actually. That is completely fine. I don't care about Reflect at all because Charizard's the only Pokemon left, and I'm going to use Surf on that. So, it could have been very bad. That's it for Alakazam. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about these two for our rival. Like, it's going swimmingly. I hope it stays that way, because here's his ace. It's Charizard. Surf's up, Duramente. We are faster than Charizard, which is really cool to see. And we do over half with Surf. Okay, we're not going to be faster anymore, but I'm going to be honest with you. I know a lot of people like Charizard. I need you to sit down. I'm going to put this to you very, very softly and gently. There's no way Charizard's doing 136 damage to Duramente. It's just not possible. Like, I don't care. Goodbye, Charizard, and goodbye, rival. I am ready for the boss rocket. And as a reward of sorts for defeating our rival, and I guess clearing out the Sylph Company, we get a gift Lapras, a female Lapras, who I named Silence, after Silence Suzuka. I think this is pretty fitting. I think Lapras are like majestic creatures, and I can see them kind of just being silent, floating along the water. And we have another fight against Giovanni, the boss rocket. Ah, Tazuna. So we meet again. The president and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters, or experience a world of pain. Alright, time for our second fight against Boss Rocket Giovanni, here in the Sylph Co, in Saffron City in the Kanto region. And first up is Nidorino this time. Okay, I didn't remember him having a Nidorino. It doesn't really change my plans. I just put you to sleep. Bye-bye, Nidorino. Sleep powder is very broken. And it's just a poison type, so yeah, we gotta strength it. Already woke up. Holy shit. Okay. Well, Poison Sting's a non-threat. Can't poison Jungle Pocket, so you, at the end of this turn, Giovanni, you did 0 damage. How does that make you feel? You should feel ashamed of yourself, to be honest. Yeah, there's no point in putting you to sleep if you're just going to use Poison Sting. You're level 37. I mean, I'm jealous you have Poison Sting. Jungle Pocket doesn't get any poison moves. Not a single fucking one. So... Nidoqueen already. Holy crap. Do I just... Nah. We play it smart. What if it has Body Slam and it paralyzes Duramente? That would be really bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do it with Jungle Pocket, crazily enough. I can actually use grass moves on it, because it's part ground type. Let's give it a try. Sleep Powder does miss, unfortunately, which you really hate to see. And if it's just gonna use Poison Sting, I mean, that might deal 1 point of damage. I don't know, will that fully heal? Whoa. Okay, I would like you to go to sleep, though, because I don't know what else you're capable of like that. That's, like, kind of sad that you're using Tail Whip at this point, but it's actually scary. I've missed Sleep Powder 3 goddamn times in a row. Oh, man. Yeah. I missed Sleep Powder 3 motherfucking times in a row. Are we serious right now? Are we for real? Okay, I have to start using Giga Drain. I don't have a choice. Like, I'm paralyzed. I need to put some damage in on it because I'm, at this point, assuming Jungle Pocket's not going to be able to take Nidoqueen out. And if that's the case, then I'm going to have to hard swap into Duramente, and that's very risky. If I can... I'll go for it again. It's not really doing any damage to me right now. It's doing very little anyways, because it's not using Body Slam, thankfully. But if I switch Duramente in on a Body Slam, we're going to be very fucking sorry. So... Well, while it's asleep, since it outsped me, I feel okay in getting a few hits in. Like, I really do want to get it weaker than this, at least in range of a Surf. At least we have the leftovers. Just take it slow, it's fine. It's very stressful, but if you can get like 2 more Giga Drain off, I feel really good. Okay, 1 more. Nice. It's very little damage, but it's healing me, and it's chipping away at Nidoqueen. Putting it in range of Surf from Duramente. They're pretty bulky. It's pretty high level. Surf is a special attack, so it's definitely... I mean, thank you for staying asleep. It makes up for, missing 3 in a row. Yeah, like, that's kind of insane. I'm not happy about it. And you're going to be hearing from my lawyer, Giovanni. I'm not going to stand for this. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, you woke up. I have been tail whipped. You got to remember this. Body Slam won't kill you from full with a critical hit, but it will deal a very large amount of damage, and I frankly don't want to find out, so... This might be crazy, but he's just using double kick. Like, I might just take you out with Giga Drain. Like, what are you doing? Maybe the AI only body slams for the para chance, and once you're paralyzed, there's no point anymore. That just seems such odd. That seems like such odd AI. I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't want body slam. That's the only threat you have, so... This could do it. It's a range for sure. It might not do it. Yeah, okay. I mean, the leftovers are very nice in a challenge where I'm not allowed to use items from my bag. I appreciate it. Okay, that's it for Nidoqueen. Jungle Pocket is the GOAT, apparently. These two are just ridiculous together. Let's go. Level 42 as well. Nice. Kangaskhan's next. Okay, not what I wanted, but... I think I just start off by Intimidate cycling. Like, we saw what Mega Punch did last time. It's only level 35? What? Why? Okay, maybe not then. 1 Intimidate might honestly just be enough, I'll be real with you. Rage. Why? Okay. I know it's a little risky to help it build its rage, but it's also the AI, so it might just not use rage again. Okay. Okay. That's laughable. I'm sorry. I don't really care about the rage anymore. I'll bite you. Make you flinch. Sit the fuck down, idiot. Giovanni, you've fallen far from grace, son. Very, very far from grace you have fallen. Okay, that's it for Giovanni, I guess. Okay, sure. Oh, he still has a Rhyhorn. Okay, well. Oops, my finger slipped. You're dead. Pretty good. Wait, it's a rock type. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's 4 times weak to water, but I got a little carried away there. I could have played it safe, but... So, to take a little bit of a breather before we fight Sabrina, now that we can use Surf outside of battle, I go get a few more new encounters. Now that we can Surf in Cerulean, I catch a male Tentacool, who I name Kawakami, after Kawakami Princess. Sounds like calamari, right? And then, heading through a couple of the badge check gates, west of Viridian and north under Route 23, I catch a female Slowpoke, who I name Haru, after Haru Urara, which is the worst horse, canonically, and in real life. So, it's fitting for a Slowpoke. Surfing in Celadon can either get me a Slowpoke, which I now have one, or, very rarely, I can find a Coughing, and I find a female Coughing, who, yes, I decide to use my Master Ball on, because I cannot afford to lose any encounters. If this thing blew up, that's basically a death, because this is a Pokemon I can use in the future. And fitting of a master, I named this Coughing Rudolph, after Simbali Rudolph, who is a very important figure in the Uma Musume universe. And then south of Pallet Town, on Route 21, only one thing can be found in the grass. I find a male Tangela, who I name Wonder, after Grass Wonder, which is just a really cool Uma Musume, but also the horse that Grass Wonder, the Uma, was named after, recently passed away. So I definitely wanted to pay homage to that horse in one way or another during this run. But I don't want to quite go to Cinnabar Island just yet. We've still got our 6th gym challenge to take on, back in Saffron. I had a vision of your arrival. I've had psychic powers since I was a child. It started when a spoon I carelessly tossed bent. I dislike battling, but if you wish, I will show you my powers. Time for our 6th gym challenge already. In this Hardcore Wedlocke, in this crazy saga here in the Kanto region, versus Sabrina, the Psychic-type gym leader of Saffron City. And first up's Kadabra. Ew! Oh, that's not good. I thought it was Mr. Mime. This thing's probably got Kinesis, which would lower my accuracy, which would be very, very bad. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna risk it, and I'm gonna go for Hypnosis. Okay, that's not bad. Calm Mind is scary, but if I put it to sleep... Ah, shit. Okay, no more risk. I have to use Shadow Ball, and I have to use it now. Calm Mind's gonna put it at +2 special attack, +2 special defense, but Kadabra has no physical defense. And in this game, Shadow Ball's a physical move. That's one dead Kadabra. It's making good use of Sweep Tosho's pretty decent physical attack. Venomoth. I forgot she had a Venomoth. I'll be honest. I completely forgot she had a Venomoth. Good thing we're a Psychic type. Goodbye, Venomoth. What are you doing here? You should be at Koga's gym. What are we doing? And Mr. Mime. Okay, this is what I wanted. My concern is I was going to use Meditate. I was going to Hypnosis, then Meditate once, and then Sweep with Shadow Ball. But, like, it's level 37, and it probably has Barrier. I'm just going to use Shadow Ball. Like, I feel like I one-shotted here. Am I getting carried away? No, I'm not getting carried away. Tosho, you're so good. Holy shit. Alright, and next up is her ace, her final Pokemon. It's very menacing. It's an Alakazam. But, just like the Kadabra that we fought previously, it will topple in the face of Shadow Ball. Calm Mind does nothing for Shadow Ball in this generation. Your physical defense is nothing. Shadow Ball! Sweep Tosho? Did you sweep yet another one? You sure the hell did. Nice work, buddy! Yeah, that was beautiful. And we'll take that Marsh Badge, no problem. That might have been the easiest fight against Sabrina I have ever seen or had. Now I feel comfortable heading on down to Cinnabar, and in the Fossil Research Lab, I revived both our Dome Fossil that I received earlier, and the Old Amber from Pewter City, and I get a male Kabuto, who I named Norn, after Norn Ace from the Cinderella Grey anime. And I get a male Aerodactyl, who I name Groove, after Air Groove. And one more encounter connected to Cinnabar, in the Pokemon Mansion, I get a male Grimer, who I name Pearl, after seeking the Pearl, because I was thinking, like, maybe you'd find, like, a Pearl in the garbage or in the sludge heap. Maybe a little more fitting for a Trubbish, but this is the best we've got. And at this point, I came to terms with what Pokemon I was going to choose as my Game Corner encounter. So I'm only allowed to get one Pokemon from the Game Corner, and at this point, the only things I would choose between are Clefairy or Pinsir. And I love Pinsir. It's definitely one of my favorite Pokemon. I just think it's really cool, and I'd love to use a Pinsir in another game. But I just feel like Clefairy has more versatility, so I end up choosing Clefairy. And we get a female Clefairy, who I name Lunacy, after Moonlight Lunacy. It couldn't be a more perfect name. And all the way to the south of Kanto, in the Seafoam Islands, I find a male Seal, who I name Shuttle, after Taiki Shuttle, which is one of my favorite characters. I've said that a lot, but I absolutely love Taiki Shuttle, and she was my first rare Uma pull when I was playing the game, so definitely a soft spot in my heart. I would love to use this Seal one day. And making sure I've tied up all the loose ends surrounding Cinnabar, it's time for our 7th gym challenge already. Ha! I'm Blaine, the red-hot leader of the Cinnabar City Gym. My fiery Pokemon are all rough and ready with intense heat. They incinerate all challengers. Ha! You better have Burn Heal. Time for our 7th gym challenge in this insane saga, still here in the Kanto region, versus Blaine, the Fire-type gym leader of Cinnabar Island. Let's do this! First up is Growlithe. Oh, Intimidate. It doesn't matter. Go! Duramente, I need your help! Let's do it! Alright, Intimidate's not gonna matter for Duramente because we're using Surf. It's a special move. And while her special attack is really low, Stab is strong, Surf is strong, and Fire's weak to water. So, let's take this out. Actually, he's got 4 Pokemon. If I Rain Dance here, the Rain Dance will wear off. I don't know what Growlithe is really capable of doing to me. I might regret this, but I am going to have Duramente dance up a storm here in the Island Gym. All right, here comes Fire Blast. Right, okay, it's not going to do much, but it could burn me. And it did. Nice. Rain continues to fall, and it's going to last for 4 more turns. Leftovers is going to completely diminish all the damage Growlithe did to us there. And now that we're fully healed up, the rain is storming. Surf's up, Duramente! And it is enough to take out Growlithe. Okay, I would have been very, very disappointed if it wasn't. But I don't think even the rain's gonna help me finish off his stronger Pokemon. But Ponyta's up next, and that is not one of them. It should go down just the same like Growlithe did, and I'm hoping I don't regret summoning the rain so early. Surf's up, Duramente! And that's it for Ponyta. Nice work. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Things are going as expected thus far. As his next Pokemon, one of his stronger ones, Rapidash, takes the field. It is only level 42, so yeah, 47's pretty high, but that's the level of his ace. Surf's up, Duramente! Wow! Wow! I did not expect that! Nice work, Duramente! Alright, can you do what Sweep Tosho does? And sweep this gym for me? I highly doubt you're going to be able to do what you did to Rapidash to Arcanine here, but as long as you do over half, I don't really care. Surf's up, Duramente! Wow. It's gonna take itself out. We can call that a Sweep Tosho, Duramente. Let's go! That's it for Blaine. Oh, what a fight. Okay. Yeah, Rain Dance came at a very good time. I don't know how this could have gone differently if we didn't have it. We could have racked up some damage from Rapidash. Arcanine wouldn't have taken itself out, and who knows what would have happened. Nice work. With Blaine defeated, it's time to head over to the Sevi Islands with Bill. But before I do so, I want to stop and finally get my encounter in the Viridian Forest. Yeah, the Viridian Forest. I'm getting my Viridian Forest encounter after Blaine. I've been putting it off this whole time just in case I could get a Caterpie somewhere else and maybe get Pikachu. But I found a different way to get Pikachu, and I think I'm okay with getting Caterpie. I get a male Caterpie, who I name Nature, after Nice Nature. Now I head over to the Sevi Islands, and I immediately rush my way over to the Berry Forest. And at this point, the only thing I can get in the Berry Forest is an Execute. And I get a male Execute, who I name Top Road, after Narita Top Road. Now that I have Execute, I can go back to the Safari Zone. And in the very back of the Safari Zone, I'm only able to get 3 Pokemon now. Tauros, Kangaskhan, or a male Nidoran, which I am okay with all 3 of those. Those are all great. But what's even cooler is it's a 50-50 chance. I'll either get Tauros or Kangaskhan, or a male Nidoran. Just straight 50% of the time. I was hoping to maybe run into a Tauros or a Kangaskhan and have a chance at catching it, but I immediately found a male Nidoran, who I named Amazon, after Hishi Amazon, and I think it's fitting because I know the Amazon's not quite like a Safari, but there are similar thoughts, like, it feels right. And assuming everything goes according to plan, that will be the last encounter I get before we take on the Pokemon League. But before we can do that, I have one final gym badge to get. Let's do it. Welcome to my hideout. It shall be so until I can restore Team Rocket to its former glory. But you've found me again. So be it. This time I'm not gonna hold back. Once more you shall face Giovanni, the greatest trainer. And this time he's not the boss Rocket. This time, he's our 8th and final gym challenge in this crazy saga. Still here in the Kanto region versus Giovanni, the gym leader of Viridian City, the ground-type gym leader. And first up is Rhyhorn. Alright, let's do this, Jungle Pocket. You started this adventure with me. Let's bring it to a close. Alright, I used some mushrooms to reteach growth, and I hope that Jungle Pocket's all I need for this fight. Sleep Powder, and this time it is gonna hit. We're not gonna miss 3 times in a row like last time, Giovanni. This time Rhyhorn's gonna go to sleep, and I hope it stays like that for a little bit. Alright, Jungle Pocket. Growth! raise your special attack. Get as strong as you can. I do have Duramente in the back, obviously, but I don't want to have to use her if I don't need to. Earthquake is his signature move, and it is strong. It does a lot of damage, but leftovers are going to give us a little bit of HP back, and I can fully heal with Giga Drain after we get strong enough. I know I can one-shot Rhyhorn now, but I would like to be a little stronger for the rest of his team. For now, Rhyhorn, you need to go back to sleep. Let's go, Jungle Pocket. Thank you for hitting. I'm a little scarred from how many times you've missed in the past, but hopefully this is the last time I'll need to use it in this fight. Alright, get a little bit of HP back thanks to the leftovers, and I once again want you to make yourself as big as possible in front of this Rhyhorn. Growth! Stay asleep for me? At least one turn? Okay, that sucks. It's just gonna use Scary Face this time. It's not good, but I'm not gonna outspeed everything he has anyways. I think this is fine. 2 growth is double special attack. I'm content with where we're at. I'm gonna use Giga Drain, and we're still faster than Rhyhorn despite the Scary Face. That should be one dead Rhyhorn. And the Giga Drain is gonna fully heal Jungle Pocket back up. It's almost as if we never fought a Pokemon yet. Alright, next up is his Dugtrio. So this is a Pokemon that I was not going to at all be able to outspeed regardless of the Scary Face. Earthquake's coming my way. That's probably best case scenario. Dugtrio's not that strong, and if he had something like Mud Slap, that could be quite the problem. That damage, while it is small, is going to be completely trivialized to nothing after this Giga Drain. It's going to fully heal us back up, and it's still as if nothing has happened. Giovanni, you're the 8th and final gym leader. What are you doing? Well, here comes his Nidoqueen, which almost caused a problem last time in Saffron. I'm going to use Giga Drain again, and it's still going to continue to hit me with an Earthquake. This time it's from one of his stronger Pokemon, but still it hardly did anything. Pretty much the same as Dugtrio did, and it's going to be completely undone with Giga Drain. But 2 growth was not enough. I think he's going to heal. He is. I'm going to take advantage of that. Giovanni, healing is no good. I don't do it. It just wastes a turn, because now I'm even stronger than I was the last time I hit you with Giga Drain. And this time, it'll finish the job. Giga Drain, Jungle Pocket. Wow, it did. Okay, well, you know what? I tried to sound all hard. It didn't do the job, and he has more healing, apparently. I would have used Growth again, but I don't really think it's going to matter. Razor Leaf is a little bit weaker than Giga Drain, so Giga Drain didn't finish it. Neither will this, but maybe I'll crit. That's exactly what happened. Nice work, Jungle Pocket. And next up is Nidoking. Okay, this is still not his ace, surprisingly. I feel like this should be level 50 and the other Rhyhorn should be level 45, but I'm going to take what I can get. So Giga Drain almost finished off Nidoqueen. Nidoking is even less bulky than Nidoqueen. So this Giga Drain should be plenty. And yeah, it's stronger than Nidoqueen. It's still not going to kill me. And this Giga Drain, once again, is going to erase all the damage that it did to me. Jungle Pocket is perfect for this gym, and even with Duramente as backup and that critical hit, I just can't see a possible way that we don't get out of this fight. This was pretty much wrapped up from the beginning, Giovanni. His final Pokemon is going to be another Rhyhorn. It's his ace. It should at least be Rhydon. I don't know what they were thinking. Giga Drain, Jungle Pocket. And that is our 8th and final gym badge. Let's go. All right. 8 badges down, and not a single Pokemon of mine has fallen. But there's still a very scary fight coming almost immediately after this. It's probably the scariest fight we will have had to have faced thus far. I've got some thinking to do. Thank you for my Earth badge. A very scary fight coming indeed. After thinking about how far we have come, we head west of Viridian City, running into our rival once again. What? Tazuna? What a surprise to see you here. So you're going to the Pokemon League? You collected all the badges too. Wow, that's cool. Then I'll whip you, Tazuna, as a warm-up for the Pokemon League. Come on! Time for our 7th rival battle against Rival Kyo, west of Viridian City for the 2nd time. But this time, he's ready to take on the Pokemon League too. And he's going to be the one to check to see if I'm ready. Not those gates that will get my badges. This is the true test. First up is Pidgeot. Just like always, it's level 47, normal flying type. Let's go, Duramente! Once again, Duramente and Jungle Pocket are my pair for this fight, and I am confident they can bring us home. Duramente has a different moveset now. I went and got the Thunderbolt TM. I didn't really necessarily get it for Pidgeot, but I do want to get Pidgeot off the board immediately. It has Feather Dance. I can't set up Dragon Dance in front of it. I have to get this piece off the field as quickly as possible. Thunderbolt, Duramente! Can I get a Paralyze? Nah, and it's just going for Wing Attack. Okay, that's completely fine. It did very little damage. Leftovers are going to heal most of it back up. It'll fully heal her when I come back in, just like last time in the Sylph Company. Alright, Thunderbolt. That's it for Pidgeot. Nice work, Duramente. Okay, I want to see Gyarados next, just like every other time we have fought him. It's Rhyhorn this time, though. I mean, that's actually fine. It doesn't really change anything. I mean, oh, no, it kind of does. If I send Jungle Pocket out and I fight Rhyhorn with Jungle Pocket, he's gonna send in Charizard. Or Alakazam. I don't want that yet. I'm not ready for that. I'm gonna have to stay in with Duramente against Rhyhorn, and I know Duramente is weak to Rock, but I should be outspeeding Rhyhorn 100% of the time, and Surf should definitely clear it. I really hope I don't regret this. Surf's up, Duramente. Nice. Okay, that's it for Rhyhorn. That's a new addition to his team, so hopefully now that Rhyhorn's off the field, Gyarados will be brought in next. It's Execute. Why? Okay, I mean... Fine, come on back, Duramente. I need Jungle Pocket to take this on. Alright, Jungle Pocket, you've done this fight before, but you don't have strength anymore, I just realized. That's a little problematic. Ooh. I hope you don't have a psychic move. Sleep Powder. Oh, here we go again. Okay, well... Oh, I love that. I just realized you don't have strength anymore. That's problematic. Okay, it's charging up a Solar Beam, so I'm taking it that you do not have any psychic moves, which is nice. I can't imagine Solar Beam does all that much to Jungle Pocket, but it is a very strong move. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, we're gonna be here for a while. Thankfully it paralyzed me and didn't poison me, because that would slowly chip me down, so... I'm kind of thankful that it used Stun Spore. I don't know if it has Poison Powder, but that would be bad. Okay, 3 times. Definitely missing a bunch, but you know what? This is going to take a little bit. But obviously, like I've said in the past, we do not want Duramente paralyzed, put to sleep, poisoned. None of it. We don't want any status on Duramente. That would not be good. So, you go to sleep. Execute. I might just not even bother with sleep anymore, just because... It's going to take so long to take it out. I'm going to deal so little damage to this thing, so... It's going to take a little bit. Honestly, that did far more damage than I ever could have hoped it would. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck! What? What? He does that? Oh no. Okay. Yeah, great. This is because I didn't teach strength back. Well, I have to switch now. Duramente, I need your help. Holy fuck. No. Not. Charizard, the hard swap to Charizard. Oh, this could go bad really quickly. Don't burn me. You can't burn me. Do not do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. No! You gotta be fucking joking me. That's not a Rostberry. It's the leftovers. We're doomed. We're doomed. This is very, very bad. Surf is not gonna do it. It's just gonna put him into Blaze. Oh, fuck, dude. This can't be happening at the last minute. There's a couple ways this can go. I can use Dragon Dance now. It's bad. It probably is gonna use something, obviously, other than Flame. I have to use Surf. I could Thunderbolt. It really won't have a chance to knock it out. I mean, I don't think Surf will either. but it could paralyze. I'm gonna go for the possible sure thing. I'm gonna use Surf. It's still using Flamethrower. No way. Oh, that's so bad. It's unsettling. It's unsettling because now I'm not sure how much its other moves would do to Duramente. Oh, no. I can't believe I got burned by Flamethrower. I can't believe he hard swapped to Charizard. Why is that something the AI can do? It's Fire Red and Leaf Green! Ah! Okay, that didn't do as much as I thought it would. We're down to the wire here. This is not good. This is very, very bad. Execute is back. I obviously can't leave Duramente in to take more burn damage. Jungle Pocket, let's do this. We are in the process of fight or flight right now. You both die to Alakazam if I cannot... I don't know, honestly. I think they're gonna die to Alakazam. I don't see a way out of this. Duramente's too low. The burn... The only way is if I can somehow get Duramente in to use Dragon Dance on Gyarados while it's asleep. The only thing I can do right now is to continue to try to take this Execute out. Oh man, I can't believe he hard swapped on me. I didn't think the AI would do that in this game, I really didn't. This is not good. If Alakazam is gonna come in next. Jungle Pocket's on the field. Oh, this is really complicated. The burn is doing more damage than the leftovers is healing. I'm constantly losing HP. I have to get Duramente in and use Dragon Dance to be able to outspeed Alakazam and one-shot it with Strength. Before this battle started, I taught Strength to Duramente. I was contemplating using my Return TM, but I decided to save it because I think Saiyan Sky would make better use of Return. And with Dragon Dance, I think Strength is enough in most situations. If for some reason I get Duramente in and Strength does not knock out Alakazam and Gyarados, that will be the mistake. That costs these two their lives. I can't knock out Execute. If I do, Alakazam comes in and I am doomed. I have to put Execute to sleep. Switch into Duramente and use Dragon Dance and figure out how much damage I'm taking and get as many of them as I can with the knowledge I need to survive burn 3 times in a row. I have my route out. There is always a route out, and I have my path. I need it to happen. I have to use Sleep Powder here, anticipating it to wake up. Okay. I need Sleep Powder to hit as soon as it wakes up. That brings up a whole other problem. Does getting put to sleep... Okay, if it charges Solar Beam and then it gets put to sleep, does it pop immediately after waking up? I wouldn't think so. Well, that's not going to be something we find out, because Solar Beam's going to hit. This is best case scenario. Sleep Powder. Jungle Pocket, I need you. Good. Okay. I've had bad luck with sleep in this adventure. Pokemon wake up right away all the time on me. I need Execute to stay asleep, and I need to pay very close attention to Duramente's HP. Come on back, Jungle Pocket. Let's go for it, Duramente. This is fight or flight. This is our last chance. Execute, stay asleep. 71 to 50. I'm taking 25 damage, but I didn't see how much I'm healing. I have to use Dragon Dance at least one time. 50 HP. 50 HP. Execute still asleep. Okay, so 50. Goes to 60. To 39. Okay. So, I'll get 49 out of this. I'm doing some math. Okay. 50 goes to 60, then to 39. So... it's gonna go to 49. Holy shit. To 11. So 49 and to 11. So 38. No, that can't be right. Am I losing 1 H? Am I stupid? Okay, so 39 will go to 49, and then it takes from 60 to 39. No, oh. Okay, I don't know how to do math. 49 is what I'll get. And then I lose 21? 28. What? So then 28 would go to 38. So I got 1 turn. Then 38 becomes... $17. Oh, it all comes down to the fact... 1 Dragon Dance is not enough to kill Gyarados. I have to knock out Execute now and hope that Alakazam comes in. Because Jungle Pocket could fight Gyarados if I had to. Oh, I'm gonna be intimidated. Oh, man. I'm gonna knock out Execute and hope that Alakazam comes in next. Okay. Don't make me regret. Please don't make me regret not teaching Return. So I'll go to 28 here, yeah? So 49 and then to 28. It's just Future Sight! Okay. We're living! Okay. Okay. Please tell me the Future Sight. The Future Sight. The Future Sight's gonna hit Jungle Pocket. It doesn't matter. I have no other choice. Please tell me the Future Sight doesn't land until I switch. Please tell me the Future Sight doesn't land until I switch. Yes. Okay, we're in this, baby. Duramenta, you've done everything I need you to do. Jungle Pocket, let's go. Okay, you are full HP. You have to take a Gyarados down. It's not that hard. It's not fucking rocket science. You're gonna get blasted from the grave by an Alakazam, and I'm sorry for what is gonna happen to you. I really am. Put the thing to sleep. Oh! Okay, please, Jungle Pocket, I'm begging you. Hit. No. How much is the Future Sight gonna do? Oh, dude. Okay, we're in this, baby! Yes! Okay, Rain Boost to Hydro Pump. Yes! Giga Drain, baby! Yes! 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 The Alakazam spared me! The Alakazam spared me! I can't believe it! It spared me! What a video game! What a game! The Alakazam spared me! No! I don't deserve it. It's like getting chanced in RuneScape on your hardcore. Only a couple people will get it. I got chanced, man. I got fucking chanced. The AI loves Future Sight, and I love you, Future Sight. Yes. Oh, I can breathe. It's over. I mean, it's not over, but I would have to get, like, astronomically unlucky. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, or whatever. Okay, what a roller coaster. Not the hard swap. Not the hard swap. Not the hard swap. That's crazy work. Giga Drain, Jungle Pocket. We're gonna make it to the Pokemon League Deathless. Oh my god, stop fucking speaking words. You crit the first time. You forgot. You forgot this. It's not over, but it's over. You know what I mean? It's over. Wow. Yeah, no. I did it. That was close. With what was without a doubt the closest call we've had thus far behind us, we heal up and head into victory. victory road, clearing out every last trainer's hopes and dreams of a Pokemon League entry and making it to the other side. Not a single Pokemon of ours has fallen, and with one final gauntlet before us, we train up to the level limit and head inside the Indigo Plateau. Let's do it! I'm as ready as I'm ever gonna be. Oh man, everything's riding on a deathless Wedlocke here. That's crazy. But no matter what, we won't waste any encounters from here on out as long as we win. I just want to keep the death counter as low as possible for the whole saga, right? Let's try to finish strong. Let's do it. Welcome to the Pokemon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Are you ready? Alright, time for our very first fight against an Elite Four member in this insane saga. Here in the Kanto region, it's Lorelei, the Ice-type master. Let's do this. First up is her Dugong, and I'm leading with good old reliable Duramente. Let's do this, buddy. Alright, we're going to intimidate Dugong, which is pretty pointless, obviously. It's a Dugong, it's going to be using special moves, but I feel pretty safe facing down this Dugong. I need my Duramente to dance like a dragon here in the Elite Four chamber. Alright, what is Dugong gonna do? Ice Beam. Okay, we have a huge amount of special defense. We should take it pretty nicely. We do. Nice. Alright, I would like to Dragon Dance one more time. I don't know how many of these we're gonna need, but 2 is like the minimum I'm willing to continue and press forward with. Ice Beam's coming Duramente's way. Hopefully it's not a critical hit. Nice. Okay. As you can see, we don't have the leftovers right now. We're holding something else, and it's preventative against that Ice Beam freezing us. I think we're just gonna keep going. Return, Duramente! I finally taught it to you. I need as much power out of you as you can muster. Oh, shit. Okay, this is actually good. I wasn't confident in 2 Dragon Dances being enough, and this proves that to me very quickly. If it can't take out Dugong, I'm not going to be able to take out Lapras. It used Safeguard, which completely wasted its turn and didn't do any more damage to me, and now, because she's an Elite Four member, she's going to heal, and I'm going to take advantage of that heal, just like I did back when we fought Blaine? We fought somebody that healed that let me get a little bit of an edge. Dragon Dance one more time, Duramente, and now I'm confident that that will be enough to take her team out. Alright, Duramente, once again, hit it with a return, and this time with that added damage, this Dugong won't stand a chance. Alright, one Pokemon down. There are many more to come in this Elite Four gauntlet. Alright, next up is Cloyster. That is perfectly fine. Cloyster is, again, very weak, specially defensive, and even though we are really strong from all those Dragon Dances, I can guarantee you Thunderbolt will deal way more damage than Return will. Thunderbolt, Duramente! What?! Okay, that's fine. I'm honestly very shocked. I know Duramente does not... If she heals again, it would be better to use Dragon Dance. I don't want to risk it. Okay, it's just going to overprotect. Yeah, I mean, I could have Dragon Dance there. I should have, had the foresight of thinking it would use Protect. It is a Cloyster. It's one of those Pokemon. Pelipper, I'm looking at you. Okay, it's going for the double Protect. Interesting, go off, King. It's better to use Thunderbolt here than use Dragon Dance and have it damage Duramente. So, one more Thunderbolt will seal the deal in Cloyster. Okay. Jinx, please? It's Slowbro. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just do it. I was really hoping Slowbro would just come out last. I'm pretty iffy on if 3 Dragon Dances will do it here. Return, Duramente. If you're gonna get a critical hit at all in this Pokemon League, now is the time to do it. Amnesia. Oh, thank goodness, she's stupid. Okay, Amnesia is going to do absolutely nothing for her. And she might heal, but no, she's not. Alright, return, Duramente. And that's it for Slowbro. Now, speaking of Pokemon that have very low defense, like Alakazam or Cloyster especially, Jinx is one of those Pokemon. you can poke Jinx and she will fall flat on her face, and that's exactly what we're gonna do here, but it's a pretty rough poke. Return once more. That is definitely it for Jinx. Alright, her final Pokemon, and it is her ace. The strongest one in this room, besides Duramente, of course. It's Lapras. Alright, are you strong enough to take this Lapras out? Is 3 Dragon Dances enough to finish this Elite Four battle off? It isn't. We have the Lumberry. I was so scared for a second. I was so scared for a second. Thank goodness I went out of my way to get a Lumberry instead of just using an Aspear because +3 attack, we would have literally killed ourselves. Alright, you can heal all you want, Lorelei. This fight is as good as done. Oh, I had a panic attack after I saw Confuse Ray. Holy shit. Return. One more time. Return, Duramente. And that's it for Lorelei. Alright. 1 down. 3 to go. Alright, Bruno. How you doing? I'm Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people in Pokemon can become stronger, without limit. I've lived and trained with my fighting Pokemon, and that will never change. Kazuna, we will grind you down with our superior power. Alright, time for the second member of Kanto Region's Elite Four versus Bruno, the fighting type master. Alright, time for our second challenge here in the Pokemon League. The Indigo Plateau. First up is Onyx. Alright, let's go. Alcondor Pasa, let's do this. Alright, I finally taught you Earthquake, and I hope it's enough to rip through this Onyx. It's really bulky. It genuinely might not be enough. But it is. Nice work, Alcondor Pasa. Alright, 1 down. Who's next? It's his other Onyx. He's making it easy for her. Alright, Alcondor Pasa. Earthquake once again. And it is still enough for the second. Nice work, girl. Alright, who's up next to bat? It's gonna be Hitmonchan. And Alcondor Pasa, you have done all I needed you to do. It's time for Sweep Tosho to come in and do what he does best. Alright, here comes Hitmonchan. And I got Sweep Tosho the Twisted Spoon, stealing from Abra of all things. I don't think I'm gonna need to calm his mind. I think Psychic will be far and away enough to take him out. Wow! Okay. I was quickly put in my place. Alright, Sky Uppercut's gonna do a pretty nice amount of damage, more than I wanted it to do, but Bruno's gonna heal. I'll take this opportunity, just like I did against Lorelei, to get a little bit more stats under Tosho's belt. Alright, Full Restore's coming in, and Sweep Tosho is gonna use Calm Mind. This is gonna raise his special defense and special attack, not that special moves are gonna be coming his way in this fight at all. I think 1 will be enough. I feel like out of Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, and Machamp, Hitmonchan is the one that's most likely to take a Psychic Raw, just like he did. So, hopefully, this will be all I need. Psychic Tosho. That's it for Hitmonchan. Alright, here comes his Hitmonlee. Not as high of a special defense stat as Hitmonchan, if I recall. Ooh, but it's faster than us. Oh my god. Thank you for missing. Wait, that could have actually been really problematic. Psychic Tosho. That's it for Hitmonlee. It's faster than us? I mean, I know Hypno's not exactly, the fastest Pokemon of all time, but we were several levels higher than it. I'm kind of surprised. I hope 1 Calm Mind is enough. Psychic. It is, thank goodness. Okay, I was a little concerned there after Hitmonchan lived, but that's it for Bruno. Alright, this is the fight I'm most concerned about. This is the one that I have a bit of a quirky plan for, to say the least. It could go poorly, and I hope that's not the case. Alright, let's go for it. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. I hear Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old duff was once tough and handsome, but that was decades ago. He's a shadow of his former self. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokédex. He's wrong. Pokemon are for battling. Tazuna, I'll show you how a real trainer battles. Alright, time for the third member of this Pokemon League Elite Four here in the Indigo Plateau versus Agatha, the Ghost-type Master. Alright, she's a little tricky to figure out here for me, but I think I've come up with a pretty unique plan. I'm gonna be fighting ghosts with fighting. Let's do it, Baksheen! Yeah, I'm bringing my fighting and my normal type as the pair for the ghost leader, for the Ghost Elite Four member. It's goofy, but I have a hope that it will work. Baksheen, taunt! Alright, thankfully Primeape can learn taunt, and Gengar fell for it and can't use Double Team after the taunt. Nice work, Baksheen. Okay, from here, I need you to bulk yourself up. Okay, things are a little goofy. Gengar is going to use Shadow Punch, which is a physical move in this generation, thankfully. I mean, it is in every generation, but Ghost is physical in this generation, so I can continue to have Baksheen bulk herself up. Alright, we're playing with fire, though, because, I mean, one critical hit and we're kinda doomed. That... Did the taunt already wear off? It doesn't tell you in this generation? Taunt again. Oh, fuck. Ah! Oh, no. So I've been really regretting teaching Aerial Ace to El Condor Pasa because it turns out Baksheen needs it. Okay, the damage is done. I need to hit. Oh, thank goodness. Rock Slide, Baksheen. You just spared us genuine tragedy. Genuine tragedy was spared. Okay. I didn't realize Taunt would wear off that quickly. Yeah. Next up's her Golbat. Can you outspeed Golbat for me, buddy? You sure can. Rock Slide! Yeah! Okay, so this plan hinges on not only the taunt working, well, which it didn't, but thankfully it didn't end up making me pay, but it also hinges on Rock Slide not missing, and Rock Slide has a chance to miss, and Aerial Ace can never miss. I really wish I still had that TM. Alas, the damage was done. Rock Slide, Baksheen. And that's Haunter down. So, my only real concern is her Ace Gengar, which is coming up next. It might be faster than me. It's very possible. It's the same level as me, but Primeape is pretty quick, and I'm sure we've accumulated a handful of speed EVs throughout this adventure. Baksheen, Rock Slide, we are faster than it, but our 2 bulk ups enough to take this Gengar out. It's not, but it flinched. Let's go, Baksheen, my goat. My legendary champion. Rock Slide! And that's it for Gengar. Let's go! Oh my god, Baksheen, sweet Baksheen! Baksheen! Let's go! Oh, I love her. She's so good. And next up is her final Pokemon. It's just an Arbok. And yes, as you can see, Baksheen does not have Brick Break anymore. I taught Dig because it's super effective against Arbok. And it's not gonna miss. Dig! Come out of the ground, Baksheen, and take us to Lance! Yeah. Oh, the critical hit to boot. Fancy work, Baksheen. That's it for Agatha. What a champion. Alright. This guy is very threatening in this game. I'm uncertain if my plan here will work as well as I hope it will. But I have to have faith that it will, because the pair I'm fighting Lance with, I need for the champion. No stalling. Let's get this show on the road. Ah, I've heard about you, Tazuna. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. There's no being clever with them. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends here with me, Tazuna. Alright, time for the final member of the Kanto region's Pokemon League here in the Indigo Plateau. It's Lance, the Dragon Master. Alright, first up's is Gyarados, and you know what? It's so good, I'm gonna match it with my own. Let's go, Duramente! Let's do this. Alright, we're both going to trade Intimidates, which definitely sucks on my end. I would prefer to not be intimidated here. It sets me on the back foot. I'm gonna need to recoup that as quickly as possible, and I'm gonna start by doing that with Dragon Dance. Alright, it might be a little unfun to just spam Dragon Dance, but I'm doing anything I can to get out of this on top. It's gonna hit us with a Dragon Rage, which does suck. We're at +1 speed, we're at neutral attack. 40 damage every single time consistently is going to rack up. That's why we've got the leftovers. And if you have a Keen Eye, we also have Protect. I'm going to Protect every other turn and get as much hit points back as possible, so we are as safe possible of a position as we can be moving forward. Because I don't know how many Dragon Dances I'm gonna need, but I sure the hell want to get as many as I physically can. Dragon Dance! Alright, what's it gonna do? Is it still Dragon Rage? It's Bite. Okay, that is much better than Dragon Rage, for sure. So we're at +2 speed, +1 attack. +2 speed, +1 attack. Protect. Bite. Okay. Yeah, Bite is best case scenario. I recall this thing may have Hyper Beam. With a critical hit, it could devastate me. I can't even begin to comprehend how bad that would be for me. Dragon Dance, Duramente. +3 speed, +2 attack. Bite. Okay, beautiful. Bite allows me to basically get back to full HP. I'm gonna go all out with Dragon Dance. I'm not playing around. We need Duramente and Jungle Pocket for the final fight. I can't lose them here. Protect. Dragon Rage again. Nice. Okay. I already forget how many I'm at. Well, I used 2 against Lorelei. So 4, so 3 and 4. Okay, 4 and 5. Dragon Dance. So this is 4, 5. 4, 5. 4 attack. 5 speed. Makes sense. Dragon Rage. Okay. 4 attack, 5 speed. 4 attack, 5 speed. Alright, leftovers it up. 4 attack, 5 speed. Alright. Protect. 4 attack, 5 speed. It's still not going for Hyper Beam, which we love to see. 4 attack, 5 speed, maybe because of the Intimidate. Might be even greater than we realized. 5 attack, 6 speed. Dragon Dance. Do I go for the +6 attack? If it goes for Bite here, I might do it. Dragon Rage. Okay. I might not do it then. I don't know if I need that much, I'll be honest. It's diminishing returns. I really don't think we need 6-6. 5-6 is plenty. But we're definitely going to Protect, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't like where my HP's at. If it does rip a Hyper Beam while we're doing one more Dragon Dance, it would just be so terrible for me. We take Gyarados out here, and then 8 have been used, so yeah. Okay. Alright, Duramente, return! Hit this Gyarados as hard as you possibly can. We'll show Lance who the real Dragon Tamer is. Dragon Dance is the best dragon move there is. You don't have it. Alright. Oh, shit. Yeah, that really sucks. Okay, so this is problematic because I'm weak to Rock, and Surf is probably not going to kill Aerodactyl here, so I'm definitely going to Protect. I'm going to get as much HP as possible. I don't think it has anything to boost his stats with. This should be completely safe. It's just going for Scary Face. Well, I would really appreciate it, Lance, if you would do that again. I don't want you hitting me with Ancient Power or something crazy. Like, it probably wouldn't kill me barring a crit, but it would deal a lot of damage that I just don't really want to find out, frankly. Surf. Okay, it's at least over half, and it is using Ancient Power. Oh, crit probably would have killed me. That's crazy. Okay. I mean, I didn't really have much of a choice. I'm all Dragon Dance stuff. I'm certainly not going to fight Aerodactyl with Venusaur. Protect, Duramente. Get as much HP back as you can. You never know what's going to happen. Alright. Man, that was stressful taking that Ancient Power. That would have been so terrible. Surf's up, Duramente. And that's it for Aerodactyl. Okay. We will hit level 59 here, which is neat. We get a little bit of a level edge, even though Lance's ace is higher level than we are, because I just took the average of everybody in the Pokemon League's aces, so thought that was the fair way to go in, level 58. Alright, here comes Dragonair. So I could really milk this and protect again, but I'm not going to, just because I know Return will take Dragonair out. There's no realm it won't. The real question is, what about Dragonite, right? And I don't really know what all they have. I don't know if they have something to boost their stats with. I don't think so. I highly doubt it. But if I risked that... Oh, I thought he had 2 Dragonite in this game. It's 2 Dragonair. Okay, that makes me feel a lot safer. Well, I don't really care about Dragonair boosting its stats, I'll be real with you, so I'm going to protect. Safeguard, that's fine. Yeah, I don't care about Safeguard. Okay. Yeah, we'll get this Leftovers healing. We'll take out this Dragonair with Return, and then all we have left is his Ace, the scariest Pokemon on his team, and maybe even the whole Pokemon League. I don't know. It's tough to say for sure. But that's it for Dragonair. 1 Pokemon left until we only have 1 battle left. It's Dragonite. It is a menace. It's level 60. It is very scary looking for sure. But the question... Ew, it might... Ah, fuck. It might have Thunder. Well. 07, Duramente. Return. If this wouldn't do it, just don't live with 1 HP. Oh, thank goodness it doesn't have Thunder. Oh my god. The +6 was actually necessary. If it had Thunder and it hit, we would have lost because I didn't get the +6 attack. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank goodness it does not have Thunder. Return, Duramente. Is it a range? It was a range, so not only was it enough, we would have just gotten unlucky. Well, let's not think of the what-ifs. That's the Elite Four. Done. We have come very far. We have not had a single death this entire adventure, and there's only 1 battle left before we can move on to our second leg of this insane saga. Can we finish Pokemon Leaf Green in a Hardcore Wedlocke deathless? Let's find out. Hey Tazuna, I was looking forward to seeing you. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on my Pokedex, I looked all over for Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokemon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League champion. Tazuna, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I'm the most powerful trainer in the world. Time for our final rival battle versus rival Kyo here in the Indigo Plateau in the Kanto region. But it's champion Kyo to us. He's been probably the hardest part of this entire adventure through many steps of this journey. Every time we run into him, it has been stressful, and it has been scary many times before as well. This is the final fight against him, and this is the final fight of our adventure. And first up is his Pidgeot, just like always. And for me, when I always fight him, the same will stand true with Duramente taking the field. Alright, we're going to intimidate Pidgeot, which will be nice for its wing attack, I guess. I need to remove Pidgeot from the board as quickly as possible, just like every other time I fought him. Thunderbolt Duramente! If a critical hit's gonna happen, now's the time. Not quite, and it's not a 2-shot. Yikes. And it's not wing attack, it's aerial ace. Interesting. Okay, well, it doesn't do a whole lot. Leftovers will clear most of it, but I'm not gonna 2-shot Pidgeot. Because Thunderbolt's not gonna 2-shot, I am gonna return, because on the off chance it does end up doing more, I never really thought about it. I hadn't had return in the past. When I fought him, it'll finish it off, and if not, the same result as using Thunderbolt would still apply. Return, Duramente! Not quite. Yeah, it's about the same. All right, Aerial Ace hits again. Thankfully, it didn't use Sand Attack or anything crazy. And... he's gonna heal. I'm gonna Dragon Dance then. I never thought about that. That was never a part of my plan. But there's nothing wrong with being adaptable. That's the whole point of doing a Hardcore Wedlocke or Nuzlocke challenge, is to be able to think on your feet. I had intended to just take out Pidgeot, but I got a free Dragon Dance out of it. That might change my plans, it might not. I'm not going to commit one way or another. For now, since we're Dragon Dance, return is going to do more this time. Hit it as hard as you can, Duramente. Sand Attack. Okay, yeah, the free Dragon Dance is not really going to weigh me one way or another since my accuracy is now lowered. One Sand Attack makes all of my moves like using Thunder, 70 accuracy. It's no good. Return, Duramente. Get it out of here immediately. Because I need to take you out of here immediately. And since it went for Sand Attack, we will end up being full HP when Duramente does come back in, thanks to the leftovers, so all is good. And next up's Rhydon. Yeah, it's basically the same thing as West of Viridian the second time. But hopefully this time Jungle Pocket will be more prepared for what's to come after Rhydon leaves the field. Rhydon comes in, Rock Ground type level 59, and hit it as hard as you can. Jungle Pocket is Giga Drain at 60 base power, enough when it's one level higher. It's 4 times effective. Solid Rock doesn't exist in this game. It surely is enough. Nice work, Jungle Pocket. Rhydon is out of here. Alright, next up's Alakazam. That's what we wanted to see. That's what we wanted to have happen in West of Viridian not that long ago. Jungle Pocket's most certainly not going to stay in the battle against Alakazam. Duramente, it's your time to shine once more. Okay. This is complicated, for sure. Do I Dragon Dance here? Because in my notes, in my planning, you know, I don't use damage calculators. I don't do anything like that. I just plan based off of memory. And based off of memory, West of Viridian City, I kind of expected Executor to come in, just like it did there. So, well, Execute did anyways. So that was kind of where I wanted to set up. I don't really know how I feel about setting up against Alakazam. There's an off chance that Return... Dude, it's scary. And I think it's partial to using Future Sight. It always has been. And I'm going to stick with that knowledge and use Dragon Dance. Okay, we're fast. It's faster than us anyway, so we were going to get hit regardless. My choice here. Ooh, that's a critical hit. Yeah, it is. It surely is a critical hit. And the Spadef drop. A critical hit into the special defense drop. It couldn't have gone worse for me. Well, we got a Dragon Dance off. If this Dragon Dance doesn't make us faster than Alakazam, there's nothing we could have done in the first place. Leftovers will give us a little bit of HP back. There's nothing I can do now but click Return. Return, Duramente! With one Dragon Dance, I would be very appalled if Alakazam didn't fall flat on its face right here. Alright, nice work, Duramente. Yeah, our special defense is down. It's not good. Executor is next. One Dragon Dance is not enough to sway me one way or another. I have to really think if I want to do this Deathless, how to proceed here. One Dragon Dance is not enough. I can't kill Executor quick enough with Duramente. It's just not going to happen. And I'm not going to set up against it with only 66 HP. Yeah, Duramente, come back. I need you, Jungle Pocket. You started this adventure with us, and I need you to help me close it out as cleanly as possible. Here comes Executor. Grass Psychic type, level 59. Let's hope it doesn't have a good Psychic move. Sleep Powder, Jungle Pocket. It's all falling apart at the final hour. It's all falling apart at the final hour. What's Executor got? Egg Bomb. Okay. That did far more damage than I ever would have dreamed Egg Bomb to do. I'll be honest with you. Jungle Pocket, you need to wake up, buddy. Sleep Powder. Yes. Okay, Executor, how's that feel? Not so fun, is it? Hopefully you sleep longer than Jungle Pocket did. Okay. So Pidgeot, Rhydon, Alakazam are gone. It's Gyarados still. If I were to give myself, as I always say, there's always a route out of any situation. My route out of this situation right now is to get Executor down to basically 1 HP, put it to sleep, and take it out with Duramente. Doing that would cause the next Pokemon to come in to be Gyarados instead of Charizard. I need it to go like that, because then I can hopefully Intimidate Cycle while putting it to sleep. I could put Gyarados to sleep and Intimidate Cycle on the turn Duramente comes in. It would be asleep, so Duramente would constantly be gaining HP, we would be constantly weakening Gyarados, and basically cripple it to the point where, barring a critical hit, Duramente could get healthy enough to set up Dragon Dance to take out Charizard and Gyarados. That's my route out. We're in for a long one right now, because it all hinges on the ability of Jungle Pocket being able to be strong enough to take out Executor, or at least get it weak enough for Gyarados to come in and take it out with a return. I'm going to, while Executor is asleep, Make Jungle Pocket stronger with growth. I hope Exeggutor doesn't have, like, Stun Spore or something still. I hope all it has to affect me with is Sleep Powder, because that will end up being cured, as it did earlier, right? Stun Spore could become very bad very quick. Continue using Growth, Jungle Pocket. I have to get Exeggutor down to, like, 1 HP. It's gonna put me back to sleep. That is fine for now. Okay. That's not good for dealing damage to Exeggutor, but it does buy me another turn to put it to sleep. Yeah, we're in for a long one here. Alright, Sleep Powder. Nice. Alright, Exeggutor is back out of commission. Okay, +4. How much does Giga Drain do? It's not gonna be very much. Ah, that's, like, bad. That's bad because it's not low enough to take out with Return from Gyarados, but it's also too low where I'll knock it out next turn. Fuck. Okay, Egg Bomb is fine. Oh, that's fucking incredible work. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here other than put it to sleep and hope it stays asleep long enough for Duramente. That's the only thing I can do. It has to stay asleep long enough for Duramente. I used Growth too much. I really was thinking 4 would be like the perfect sweet spot, but I needed to do a little bit less damage than that. That sucks. Well, I'm going all in to save these two. I'm trying to do it deathless. This is the only way I have the opportunity to do so. Duramente, I'm sorry if this thing wakes up, but this is the only thing I can do for you right now. It is still asleep. We've got a chance. There is a chance. If it has to stay asleep one more turn unless I crit with Return. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Return. Maybe it'll be enough from here. I doubt it, though. I really doubt it. It woke up. Okay. Yeah, Egg Bomb hits. So, it's fine, but it's gonna be an even more uphill battle. We did survive the Egg Bomb, thankfully. Oh, no. He's gonna heal. Those 4 growth might have actually cost me. I used too much. That's crazy. Well. Critical hit? Yeah, okay. A crit there actually might have allowed me to just take him out. Okay, well, we're back to square one, except Jungle Pocket's just weak now, which really sucks. I mean, Exeggutor has been intimidated at least, so Egg Bomb's gonna deal less damage now. It's just gonna put a plate screen again. Okay, we're basically back to square one. I know 3 growth from here would be enough to get him into, you know, knockout range, so that's what I'm gonna try and do. Sleep Powder. All of this just to make sure frickin' Gyarados comes in next. If Charizard comes in anyway, I'm gonna be seething. Alright, Giga Drain, Jungle Pocket. Nah. I want to pop it with one more, but it's going to wake up here. No, it's not. Wow. Okay, Jungle Pocket. Oh, the light screen. Now I don't feel safe using another one. Brother in Christ. I can't crit. If I crit, I lose these two. If I crit, I lose a Pokemon. Isn't that crazy? Okay, good. It's a little annoying. I would like to have just put him back to sleep and, you know, progressed onward with my life. Okay, well, good to know. Sleep Powder, please hit. Okay. Fuck it, we ball. Okay, the game is telling me not to use Frenzy Plant. I'm +1. There's no way I'm one-shotting fucking Exeggutor with a +1 Frenzy Plant. Like, let's be so for real right now. Okay, beautiful. Craziest part, that might not be low enough. Is that not insane to you? It wouldn't be the first time, and it wouldn't be the second time, and it probably honestly might not have been the third time that I PP stalled in a very important battle. But I don't really want to find out what happens if I end up PP stalling this thing. I need Duramente to come in here, and I need to get some hit points back. Stay asleep, please. Okay, good. If I can take Exeggutor out and Gyarados comes in, we might be able to claw our way back out of this. Return, Duramente. Please do enough. That's not good. It's not the worst thing in the world. Duramente is going to get more HP back, which is the most important part of all of this. But I feel a little safer with her, at least, because her HP is getting higher every time she comes back in. The leftovers are an absolute godsend. The real MVP of this Wedlocke is the fucking Snorlax. Like, those guys are goated. Alright, we intimidate Exeggutor once again. Never my intention, but you know what? It ended up being kind of funny. Thank you for... Yeah. So, the crazy thing is, I don't want to take a Giga Drain. And, like, I might wake up, but I'm not playing this game. I'm gonna continue to switch. I'm playing the long game here. I'm not losing because I could have done more. I refuse to do that. There's 2 Giga Drain. Okay, how much is it really gonna do? It's not lovely. What I should do is still go back into Jungle Pocket one more time. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I hope I don't regret this. I hope it doesn't switch for some stupid reason, or because this is the last Giga Drain. I just don't want it to struggle, man. Well, if I miss Sleep Powder, if I hit Sleep Powder, it can't struggle itself to death this turn. Have I even seen the 4th move? Light Screen. Wouldn't he switch if all he had left was Light Screen? Oh no, and I only have 1 Sleep Powder left. Oh man. My gut is telling me he's gonna switch out to Charizard if I leave Jungle Pocket in too much longer. My gut was telling me if it uses Egg Bomb again to switch. I want to use this last Sleep Powder. I'm putting everything on the line here. I'm doing everything I can if it crits me with Egg Bomb again. Like, come on. If I go into Duramente, it's obviously out of Giga Drain. I'm risking crit on Duramente with Egg Bomb, but if it doesn't crit Duramente, it'll be so weak from Intimidate. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It'll be so weak from Intimidate if it's out of Giga Drain, which it should be. I think it used 5, that I'd just be able to set up on Exeggutor now. It's using Light Screen. This might be crazy, but I PP stalled Exeggutor out of Giga Drain, and it's so weak because of all the Intimidates. Egg Bomb is no longer gonna work. I think I set up Dragon Dance here. Duramente, Dragon Dance, this might be crazy. If it uses Giga Drain, I'm gonna be so upset. That has to be 5. It's gotta be. I don't think they PP max all of their moves. I'm gonna commit, motherfucker. Like, I'm risking crit either way. It doesn't matter. I have to get out of this. Sleep Powder, that's right. Okay. So, worst case scenario is it's out of all of its moves, and now that I'm asleep, now it switches into something else. But I should, if it does not crit, I should be healing more from leftovers than Egg Bomb can do to me, and it has a high chance to miss. Please tell me you're out of Giga Drain. It's out of moves! I did it! This is my trademark! I have done this shit so many times, it's not even funny! This is my trademark. Don't celebrate yet. Dragon Dance. Okay, I think that's my second one. I mean, it's gonna continuously put me to sleep, which isn't great. It's out of moves! I fucking did it, dude! How many times am I gonna PP stall in a Hardcore Wedlocke? Like, I have done it so many times with such phenomenal success. It's out of moves. We've done it. Alright, Duramente. Dragon Dance. Okay, my stats can't go any higher. We're at +6 in both speed and attack. We did it. Duramente, return. There is always a route out of any situation you find yourself in. I will never give up when I can save a Pokemon's life. And these lives that we saved are even more special because not a single Pokemon before now has fallen. We didn't just save a life. We didn't just save 2 lives. We saved this challenge from ever having a death. This entire adventure. I forgot about Intimidate. +5 is enough. Return! Okay, if +5 wasn't enough, Duramente was going to make absolutely fucking sure that it was. Next up is his ace and his final Pokemon. The final Pokemon standing between us and a deathless Hardcore Wedlocke victory here in the Kanto region in this insane saga. We started off as strong as we ever could have, and we're gonna carry this into the Johto region. See you later, Charizard. And that makes us the champion of the Kanto region. Let's go. Holy fuck yeah. That's so good. What a run. This was a fucking awesome Wedlocke. I had a great time with these 6. We crafted such an incredible group of Pokemon. And who knows what bright stars shining in my PC box will make up the 6 I say the same thing about in the next Pokemon League. Something really cool about this unique challenge I'm doing is this Hall of Fame is special, but it's not the only Hall of Fame that we're going to get to put on our wall throughout all of these regions we're going to go through. But the very first of the Kanto region Hall of Famers consists of Duramente, the Gyarados, Jungle Pocket, the Venusaur, Alcondor Pasa, the Sandslash, Sweep Tosho, the Hypno, Baksheen, the Primate, and Sound Sky, the Fearow. They did it, and they all survived. My OG 6 all lived to tell the tale. And that is the Hardcore Wedlocke leg of Pokemon Leaf Green coming to an end. To the Johto region. Well, first we need to take a little pit stop to the Sevi Islands. I've got some more Pokemon to send to Johto after all. I just haven't met them yet. We did it! A deathless Hardcore Wedlocke. Now, for most people, this is where the journey would come to an end. We wouldn't need any more encounters. We won. It's over. But this is only the beginning. We're headed into the Johto region, but not quite yet. We still have some encounters that we're eligible to get, including some still here in Kanto, and plenty in the Sevi Islands, because I'm going to allow that, because I think that would be really cool. So to start with, I finally get my encounter in Victory Road. I get a male Geodude, who I named Durandal. And then I head over to the power plant, getting a female Pikachu, who of course I named Tamamo, after Tamamo Cross. I had to name an electric type this. And over in the Sevi Islands on Kindle Road, I get a female Ponyta, who I named Diamond, after Satono Diamond, probably my favorite character in the 3rd season of the anime. And up on Mount Ember, I get a female Magmar, who I named Maruzensky. Also a big fan of Maruzensky. This franchise is just amazing. I'm such a fan of these guys. And now for the post-game encounters. I start by heading over to 5 Island and make my way through the Water Labyrinth, getting an egg. This egg hatches into a male Togepi, who I name Ogre, after Ogre Cap, the main character of Cinderella Grey. And back on 3 Island, a cave is opened up, leading to 3 Island Port. And there's only one thing you can get here, and that's a Dunsparce. I get a female Dunsparce, who I name Pegasus, after Biko Pegasus. I just think Pegasus would be a cool name, because like, if I pictured this Pokemon, if it ever got an evolution, I would picture it to have like big wings and be really strong. You know, I really hope it does evolve one day, that would be cool. Over on 4 Island, I get a male Meryl, who I name Sunday, after Marvelous Sunday. And in the Icefall Cave, I get a female Swinub, who I name Samson, after Samson Big. It just sounds like a good name for a Mamoswine. I mean, am I wrong? On 5 Island while surfing, I get a female Hoppip, who I name Bubblegum, because I mean, look at it. after Bubblegum Fellow. So I got a little Bubblegum Fellow here. In the 5 Island Meadow, I get a male Sentret who I name Rob Roy, after Zeno Rob Roy. In the Water Labyrinth, I get a female Remoraid who I name Top Gun, after Mayano Top Gun. Can it be any more fitting? It's the Octazuka freaking blaster. And deep into the Lost Cave, I get a female Miss Drevis, who I name Kita-san, after Kita-san Black. In the Pattern Bush, I actually got a Heracross. I did not think I would. I thought I was gonna get Ledyba. I was not looking forward to using Ledyba at some point, but I am looking forward to using this male Heracross, who I named Goldship. Many fans are familiar with her. In the Altering Cave, the only thing I can get, of course, is a Zubat. I get a male Zubat who I name Flash, after Aishin Flash. In the Ruin Valley, I get a female Yanma, who I name Falcon, after Smart Falcon. In the Canyon entrance of 7 Island, I get a male Fampy, who I name Ticket, after Winning Ticket. Will it be our winning ticket? Maybe for one of these legs. In the Savault Canyon, I thought I was going to get a Cubone, but I actually got a Larvitar, which honestly is worse, because it evolves so late. It's the Dratini problem. I named this female Larvitar Gimlet, after Tanino Gimlet. At the bottom of the Tanobi Ruins, while surfing, I get a female Mantine, who I name March, after Fujimasa March. And my final encounter that I can possibly get, unless I missed something, is a Magneton, who I get in Cerulean Cave. I name this Magneton Almond, after Almond Eye. And there we have it. That's everybody, all accounted for and ready to head to the Johto region. These 56 Pokemon are all I have to beat Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, and hopefully Alola with. If you want to be a part of this adventure, I'm going to be streaming all future legs of this challenge, so be sure to follow me over on Twitch and subscribe to the channel so you can follow along with this crazy saga. Maybe you could even be the one to help me decide which pairings I should start off with in Johto. But remember, any Pokemon I use from these boxes can never be used again in the future. So are they best for Johto, or should I save them for a leg I may never see? Feel free to let me know which Pokemon you would choose down below in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in Johto.